Hello and welcome to Genuine Healing. Today we are dusting off the archives and featuring another one of the legacy Genuine Healing private sessions, featuring a very gracious client and facilitated by world-renowned energy healer Jen Ward. Each one of these private sessions that we're featuring in the legacy series reflects a different aspect of the incredibly profound work that Jen Ward does in working with the clients. We are dusting off these archives and bringing them to you for free so that you may benefit from the incredible healing work that is being done and facilitated by Jen Ward. If you do get benefit from these private sessions, please consider becoming a Genuine Healing supporter. All the links and the details are at the back of the video. Enjoy, and we trust that you get benefit. Bye for now.
So, have you ever had any time with me yet?
No.
Okay. How'd you hear about me?
I was watching a Jeff Mara podcast, and then I started watching some of your YouTube videos and tapping along with them. And decided I would meet with you and see where it goes.
Okay, good. So I can feel your energy. You're pretty clear. It's just that here, you know how to do the taps? 3 on the head, 1's on the chest, 1's on the abdomen.
Yes.
We release being over our head in all moments.
We release being over our head in all moments. We release being over our head in all moments. We release being over our head in all moments. We release being over our head in all moments. We release being over our head in all moments.
We release feeling crazy in all moments.
We release feeling crazy in all moments. We release feeling crazy in all moments. We release feeling crazy in all moments. We release feeling crazy in all moments. We release feeling crazy in all moments.
You like the process so far?
Yes.
We release doubting ourselves in all moments.
We release doubting ourselves in all moments. We release doubting ourselves in all moments. We release doubting ourselves in all moments. We release doubting ourselves in all moments. We release doubting ourselves in all moments.
We release suffering fools in all moments.
We release suffering fools in all moments. We release suffering fools in all moments. We release suffering fools in all moments. We release suffering fools in all moments. We release suffering fools in all moments.
Mm-hmm. We release living in a nightmare in all moments.
We release living in a nightmare in all moments. We release living in a nightmare in all moments. We release living in a nightmare in all moments. We release living in a nightmare in all moments. We release living in a nightmare
Mhm.
in all moments.
Mhm. 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 We release living amongst primates in our moments. I see.
We release living among, among primates in all moments. We release living 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 among primates in all moments.
We release wading through ignorance in our moments.
We release wading through ignorance in all moments. We release wading through ignorance in all moments. We release wading through ignorance in all moments. We release wading through ignorance in all moments. We release wading through ignorance in all moments.
We release being stranded on Earth in all moments.
We release being stranded on Earth in all moments. We release being stranded on Earth in all moments. We release being stranded on Earth in all moments. We release being stranded on Earth in all moments. We release being stranded on Earth in all moments.
You know how to use the energetic cleanse yet?
Yes, I've been doing lots of those.
So all these subjects that I'm giving you now, you're going to go through this video and do stranded on Earth and wading through ignorance and we release the belief that we're failing in all moments.
We release the belief that we're failing in all moments. We release the belief that we're failing in all moments. We release the belief that we're failing in all moments. We release the belief that we're failing in all moments. We release the we release the belief that we're failing in all moments.
This was in this session today, right now with me, was in your inner original directive when you were brought down to Earth. You were told that you would be given up and almost like defeated. And then you would connect with another tribesman or whatever we call ourselves. And then you would realize, you would see that there's more out there, and then you would wake up to the possibilities.
I've been, yes. Yes.
But you can see it in some of the people I do sessions with and who allow their sessions to be out there. The only reason they allow their sessions to be out there, I mean, they're really vulnerable, is because they're feeling it too. They want to do everything they can to uplift humanity as well. Hi, everyone. We are working around the clock to help as many people as possible. It's a two-man operation and it's nonstop. We could really use your help, though. By liking our videos, commenting, and sharing, you are helping others all over the world to find us. All of our content is free because not everyone is as fortunate as you and I. Please consider becoming a Jenuine Healing supporter. It'll help us cover the costs of our overhead, including doggy and kitty kibble. Follow the link below to support us. I truly believe that when you support others, the universe supports you. And I know 1,000% that when you support us, I support you right back. We release the belief that it's hopeless in all moments.
We release the belief that it's hopeless in all moments. We release the belief that it's hopeless in all moments. We release the belief that it's hopeless in all moments. We release the belief that it's hopeless in all moments. We release the belief that it's hopeless in all moments.
We release being inundated by dark forces in all moments.
We release being inundated by dark forces in all moments. We release being inundated by dark forces in all moments. We release being inundated by dark forces in all moments. We release being inundated by dark forces in all moments. We release being inundated by dark forces in all moments.
We release nearly giving up in all moments.
We release nearly giving up in all moments.
Mm-hmm.
We release nearly giving up in all moments. We release the nearly giving up in all moments. We release nearly giving up in all moments. We release nearly giving up in all moments.
Mm-hmm. We release being psychically attacked in all moments.
We release being psychically attacked in all moments. We release being psychically attacked in all moments. We release being psychically attacked in all moments. We release being psychically attacked in all moments. We release being psychically attacked in all moments.
We release being targeted in all moments.
We release being targeted in all moments. We release being targeted in all moments. We release being targeted in all moments. We release being targeted in all moments. We release being targeted in all moments.
We release needing to hide in all moments.
We release needing to hide in all moments. We release needing to hide in all moments. We release needing to hide in all moments. We release needing to hide in all moments. We release needing to hide in all moments.
Ah! Okay,
I've been hiding, right?
What?
You can see why I've been hiding.
Yes, yes. And I see how at this point the hiding isn't helping. So the hiding is basically what they want. So the glorious thing is, this is what I tell people: if they were going to be able to do what they want to do to you, they would have done it to me first. I'm out there, I'm speaking truth, and it's messing up the energies. So if they were going to take someone down, they would take me down. So I'm like providing cover for you in a way, but I'm not afraid anymore. I've done, this isn't my first rodeo. I've been like doing this. So the energies are actually afraid of me and know what we can do to them, and we can just dissipate them. And so what I want to do is teach you now how to do this, so you can get to that place of living your purpose, of actually helping people transcend, because that's why you're here. That you've been holding space in this world for a higher vibratory rate. And it's almost like it was necessary because it was so dense and so crude, the vibratory rate. But with you in it, with me in it, with others in it, it's breaking up that harsh vibratory rate. And there's blowback, but they can't do anything. Whoever they is, it's just energy, you know. But so let's do my exorcism taps.
I've
I'll
been doing
probably-
those too. Let's do it.
Yep. So we see it's pretty long. I don't know if you want to try doing it. We send all energy matrices into the light and sound that fuck with us in all moments.
We send all energy matrices into the light and sound that fuck with us in all moments. Send all energy matrices into the light and sound that fuck with us in all moments. We send all energy matrices that fuck with us.
Into the light and sound. Be confident and be
that fuck with us.
We
in
send
all
all
moments.
energy matrices into the light and sound that fuck with us in all moments. Say it like that.
We send all energy matrices into the light and sound that fuck with us. We send all energy matrices into the light and sound that fuck with us in all moments. We send all energy matrices into the light and sound that fuck with us in all moments.
That loosens it up. Now, this is the juicy one. See if you can say this one. We command all complex energy matrices that fuck with us be escorted into the light and sound in all moments. Want me to do it or can you do it?
Let me try. We send all
We command.
We command all complex energy matrices that fuck with us
To be escorted into the
in all moments.
To be escorted into the light and sound in all moments.
We send all.
We command. Here, let me do it. It's too important.
Yeah, go ahead.
We command all complex energy matrices that fuck with us to be escorted into the light and sound in all moments. We command all complex energy matrices that fuck with us to be escorted into the light and sound in all moments. We command all complex energy matrices that fuck with us to be escorted into the light and sound in all moments. We command all complex energy matrices that fuck with us to be escorted into the light and sound in all moments. We command all complex energy matrices that fuck with us be escorted into the light and sound in all moments. See those? Release from your nervous system.
Yes, I can feel it.
We send all energy matrices into the light and sound that cause us to hide in all moments.
Did you say complex or just energy? We send all energy matrices.
Yep.
We send all energy matrices into the light and sound that cause us to hide in all moments. We send all energy matrices
into the light and sound.
Into the light and sound that cause us to hide in all moments. We send all energy matrices into the light and sound that cause us to hide in all moments. We send all energy matrices into the light and sound that cause us to hide in all moments. We send all energy matrices into the light and sound that cause us to hide in all moments.
We command all complex energy matrices that cause us to hide be escorted into the light and sound in all moments.
We command all complex energy matrices
that cause us to
hide be escorted into the light and sound in all moments. We command all complex energy matrices that cause us to hide be escorted into the light and sound in all moments. We command all complex energy matrices that cause us to hide be escorted into the light and sound in all moments. We command all complex energy matrices that cause us to hide be escorted into the light and sound in all moments. We command all complex energy matrices that cause us to hide be escorted into the light and sound in all moments.
So these are the Expunging Negativity taps. And do you have this book? Do you have this book at all?
No, I haven't gotten that yet.
Okay, it's also on the website under Expunging Negativity taps. So all these things that have been disturbing you, all these energetic things that you can't even explain to anyone else because they'll think you're a freak. You write a list of these and then go through and do the Expunging Negativity taps with these.
Yeah, I've been doing that with the downloads that you have on your website. I've been doing
Yeah,
it with
this is a
various.
download too. Usually I don't give this one to people to do for the first one. I usually start them with the energetic cleanse, but because of where you're at and what you're perceiving and your perceptions, you need to get clear and confident with your understandings. Your understandings, what you wrote to me in your thing were absolutely right. You're spot on. Everything does exist within you. That's higher consciousness. That's you understanding that the alpha and the omega, they do exist in you. So you are the macrocosm and the microcosm all at once. So you're absolutely right. But our brains, our human brains can't process that in the linear.
A lot of what's happening to me right now, Jen, are things that my brain cannot even compute. My body can feel it, and I'll say my soul. There's a part of me that totally understands what's going on. My brain is like, I can't necessarily see or compute, and I'm at the point now where I'm okay with that.
Well, there's a difference between a mental understanding of it and the ego. The problem with the brain computing is at the same level as the ego. And anything the ego knows, it'll use to try to subjugate you because your higher self is not contingent on allegiance to the ego. So the ego needs to be put back in its place. And that's what enlightenment is. When you go through enlightenment, not sure if you have or not yet. Do you think you have, or you think you're close to that?
I think I'm close.
We remove all blockages to going through enlightenment in all moments.
Remove all blockages to going through enlightenment in all moments. Remove all blockages to going through enlightenment in all moments. We remove all blockages to going through enlightenment in all moments. We remove all blockages to going through enlightenment in all moments. Remove all blockages to going through enlightenment in all moments.
We remove all blockages to assistant and mass enlightenment in all moments. That's what they're trying to stop you from doing.
I missed that one.
We remove all blockages to assist them with mass enlightenment in all moments.
To assist them with mass
To
enlightenment?
assisting.
To assisting. We remove all blockages to assisting
with mass enlightenment.
With MASS, mass. We remove all blockages to assisting with mass enlightenment in all moments. We remove all blockages to assisting with mass enlightenment in all moments. We remove all blockages to assisting with mass enlightenment in all moments. We remove all blockages to assisting with mass enlightenment in all moments. We remove all blockages to assisting with mass enlightenment in all moments.
We release all linear limitations in all moments.
We release all linear limitations in all moments. We release all linear limitations in all moments. We release all linear limitations in all moments. We release all linear limitations in all moments. We release all linear limitations in all moments. So
you're speaking to me in energy and you're like bombarding me with questions about enlightenment and everything. And so you're asking me about the certain stars, a certain planetary system or whatever. Is it one that you go to, or do you know what I'm?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, so it might feel like you.
Last night I had some things happening That felt like I was doing some kind of, I might have gone somewhere, but like I said, my conscious mind has some, felt like I was speeding through a tunnel and it was in a universe.
Yep.
But
That speeding through the tunnel is how you travel. And sometimes in the dreams it's like water slides, you'll have it. And sometimes when it's just like when you close your eyes and it's like going through a tunnel, you want me to teach you how to do it consciously?
sure.
So here's how you do it consciously. You fixate on a pattern on a wall or a fabric, or you can even do it with a cloud, right? And then you just fixate on it and see it move and see it change. And when it starts to move, it starts to become a picture of something else. And so you go into this picture and then it'll shoot you into your imagination and shoot you into this it's not a rabbit hole because it's not going down. It's like this.
It was like a tunnel and it had a
Yeah.
lot of light. And I was awake, conscious.
I know.
My eyes were closed, and when I go into kind of a deep processing, I had a couple of times where I was going through that. Felt like I was going through a tunnel of like flashes of it.
Mhm.
That was the first time for me last night. That's the only thing I can equate to the.
Okay, good. So you know how to do it, and now you know how to do it consciously. We release the fear of our empowerment in all moments.
We release the fear of our empowerment in all moments. We release the fear of our empowerment in all moments. We release the fear of our empowerment in all moments. We release the fear of our empowerment in all moments. We release the fear of our empowerment in all moments.
So you're asking me about when I went through enlightenment, and you're asking me, and I'm sharing with you the experiences that I was given when I went through enlightenment. And it was like I could create planets with my intentions. And so I'm showing you that in energy, and I'm sharing that with you, and I'm showing you how the mind creates realities and everything. And then you stopped, and then there's the fear of abusing power, which is something that we do. So you're afraid to be conscious because you're afraid of abusing power. But here's the thing, there's a lot more power being abused at the hands of ignorance than the hands of knowingness right now. If you think about it, it's the ignorance that is abusing power. So when you take back your understanding of where the worlds and how energy works and everything, you're actually taking back sanity or higher consciousness for others. You're a surrogate. Do you see what I mean?
Yes, I do.
We release the fear of abusing power in all moments.
We release the fear of abusing power in all moments. We release the fear of abusing power in all moments. We release the fear of abusing power in all moments. We release the fear of abusing power in all moments. We release the fear of abusing power in all moments.
So this is a big one for you because it feels like you've been recruited by power. Now I can tell with you, it's not, you haven't succumbed to abusing power like others have come, like in lifetimes and lifetimes. But we release being recruited by power in all moments.
We release being recruited by power in all moments. We release being recruited by power in all moments. We release being recruited by power in all moments. We release being recruited by power in all moments. We release being recruited by power in all moments.
We release succumbing to, now this is in all moments, this is past, present, and future. So this is kind of a guard, like if you're afraid of succumbing to power, we're doing the taps, your higher self is going to help you prevent that from happening, right? We release succumbing to power in all moments.
We release succumbing to power in all moments. We release succumbing to power in all moments. We release succumbing to power in all moments. We release succumbing to power in all moments. We release succumbing to power in all moments.
You're asking me in energy, who can I trust? How do I know I can trust? But so that's why I have this SFT tapping. So you can do the SFT tapping for yourself, and you don't have to like go and listen to someone else and believe their bullshit or whatever they're saying. You just do the energetic cleanse. So if you don't even think you can trust me, you can do the energetic cleanse on Jen or whatever. So it's almost like clean that way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so do we do being duped?
Yes. No, we haven't.
We release being duped by power in all moments.
We release being duped by power in all moments. We release being duped by power in all moments. We release being duped by power in all moments. We release being duped by power in all moments. We release being duped by power in all moments.
So you're telling me in energy that, well, there's so many people out there that think they know truth, and yet they put out disinformation, right? So here, I came up with this term because this guy was, this one of my guys in my 5D forum was getting into the conspiracy theories and stuff. And it's like the conspiracy theories are just a lateral move. It's like people are afraid to look into their own inner empowerment, so they laterally get distracted and entertained by conspiracy theories. So I described them like, I asked him, he wanted me to pass one on to someone else in the group, and I said, I'm not going to, because they're kind of like energetic STDs. It's like, just because you don't know you have crabs doesn't mean you're not getting bit by them, right? So I go, you're like giving out energetic crabs. And he kind of got it. So from there, I came up with this term. It's ETDs, energetic transmitted disinformation. Okay. We release being susceptible to ETDs in all moments.
We release being susceptible to ETDs in all moments. We release being susceptible to ETDs in all moments. We release being susceptible to ETDs in all moments. We release being susceptible to ETDs in all moments. We release being susceptible to ETDs in all moments.
We release passing on ETDs in all moments.
We release passing on ETDs in all moments. We release passing on ETDs in all moments. We release passing on ETDs in all moments. We release passing on ETDs in all moments. We release passing on ETDs in all moments.
We purge ourselves of all ETDs in all moments.
We purge ourselves of all ETDs in all moments. We purge ourselves of all ETDs in all moments. We purge ourselves of all ETDs in all moments. We purge ourselves of all ETDs in all moments. We purge ourselves of all ETDs in all moments.
You know, what's really cool is looking at you. The screen is in your glasses, and it looks like your pupils are totally blue, like a Fremen from Dune or something. It's so.
Hey, I'll take that.
Right? We remove all engrams and muscle memories of ETDs in all moments.
Remove all engrams and muscle memories of ETDs in all moments. Remove all engrams and muscle memories of ETDs in all moments. Remove all engrams and muscle memories of ETDs in all moments. Remove all engrams and muscle memory of ETDs in all moments. Remove all engrams and muscle memory of ETDs in all moments.
We release being followed by the controlling I in all moments.
We release being followed by the controlling I in all moments. We release being followed by the controlling I in all moments. We release being followed by the controlling I in all moments. We release being followed by the controlling I in all moments. We release being followed by the controlling I in all moments.
We release being threatened by the controlling I in all moments.
We release being threatened by the controlling I in all moments. I feel like it's locked in on me.
It is. Who cares?
We release being. I'm sorry. I forgot it. Release being by the.
We release being locked on by the controlling I in all moments.
Release being locked in on by the controlling I.
Locked on. We release being locked on by the controlling I.
Release being locked on by the controlling I in all moments. Release being locked on by the controlling I in all moments. Release being locked on by the controlling I in all moments. Release being locked on by the controlling I in all moments. Release being locked on by the controlling I in all moments.
So do you remember, did you watch Star Wars?
Yes.
The Death Star, how they destroyed the Death Star by going right into this little point?
Yes.
We collapse and dissolve the controlling I in all moments.
We collapse and dissolve the controlling I in all moments. We collapse and dissolve the controlling I in all moments. We collapse and dissolve the controlling I in all moments. We collapse and dissolve the controlling I in all moments. We collapse and dissolve the controlling I in all moments.
We strip all illusion off the controlling I in all moments.
We strip all illusion off the controlling I in all moments. We strip all illusion off the controlling I in all moments. We strip all illusion off the controlling I in all moments. We strip all illusion off the controlling I in all moments. We strip all illusion off the controlling I in all moments.
We fuck up all energies trying to control us in all moments.
We fuck up all energies trying to control us in all moments. We fuck up all energies trying to control us in all moments. We fuck up all energies trying to control us in all moments. We fuck up all energies trying to control us in all moments. We fuck up all energies trying to control us in all moments.
I'm going to do one for our humanity for you. There's a PB&J cleanse, right? Have you seen that with 2 things?
Mm-hmm.
And I do it because a lot of people are so used to doing the taps. I do a zip file, like I do all 42 taps in one tap, okay? Because you're pretty advanced, I'm going to do that with, we're going to do that. We're going to take down the controlling I right now for humanity, all right?
Okay.
It's a good portal. It's Thanksgiving, Black Friday, you know, big feeding day, right? We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between humanity and the controlling I in our moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between humanity and the controlling I in our moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between humanity and the controlling I in our moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between humanity and the controlling I in our moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between humanity and the controlling I in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between Earth and the controlling I. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between Earth and the controlling I in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between Earth and the controlling I in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between Earth and the controlling I in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between Earth and the controlling I in all moments. You feel some relief in this?
Yes.
So watch this one. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between the universal mind and the controlling I in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between the universal mind and the controlling I in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between the universal mind and the controlling I in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between the universal mind and the controlling I in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between the universal mind and the controlling I in all moments. Do you feel that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, are you gonna, I'm wondering, it's up to you, but we're gonna do more of this because this is really juicy that we're doing this. Are you gonna allow me to share this so other people can do these taps and dissipate the controlling I?
Yes.
Yes, and I don't think you would have said yes 20 minutes ago. I don't think you would have, right?
Well, the starting is not my favorite way to enter into a video, but and I want to make sure that people can get help too. So
Well, I mean, we don't have to share, but it's just a missed opportunity if we don't. That's all.
yeah, that's fine.
Watch this one. You know how people in the spiritual groups say, I am that I am? You know? Well, that's been tainted by the controlling I. So we energetically complete the PB&J protocol between the I that I am, between the I am and the controlling I. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between the I am and the controlling I in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between the I am and the controlling I in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between the I am that I am and the controlling I in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J between the I am that I am and the controlling I in all moments. What's the next one? You have the next one. What comes to you? Do you know, or are you afraid to say?
I don't know, not consciously.
Mhm. Yeah.
Right now, I'm feeling a lot of. Well, I've had a lot of energy running, but there's also fear releasing.
Yeah, releasing, right?
Yes.
Watch this one. So this one did come from you. You told me this one in energy. So we communicate really well in energy. I don't know if you know that already, and I don't know if you've had conversations with me in your head or whatever, but
Yes.
okay, so yeah, we're connected and stuff. So that's real. That is real. So you're not alone anymore. And by the way, I've been dealing with these energies for lifetimes. So you're not alone anymore. Just let me know energetically and we'll kick ass. Okay?
Okay.
We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between those awakening, between the synergy of those awakening and the control in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between the synergy of those awakening and the control in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between the synergy of those and the controlling eye in all moments. We complete the PB&J protocol between the synergy of awakening, between the synergy of those awakening and the controlling eye in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between the synergy of those awakening and the controlling eye in all moments. Do you know what the daisy of death is?
No.
You know that symbol that energy workers use, the flower of life, supposedly?
I know the lotus flower.
Yeah. No, it's like a prism, kind of a round prism, and it's got like 6 points. The thing is, it's got 6 points. The real flower of life is round and it has movement in it, and looks like a red corpuscle or an inner tube. And the daisy of death is flat, and it actually traps souls in the lower worlds. It's like it has no out point for it. It's only 6 points, and it doesn't have any out points for people to leave the linear worlds and stuff. So we're going to do those awakening and the daisy of death.
Okay.
We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening being trapped in the daisy of death in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those who are awakening and being trapped in the daisy of death in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and being trapped in the daisy of death in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and being trapped in the daisy of death in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and being trapped in the daisy of death in all moments. So I'm looking at your Akashic records, everything that you carry with me, and it's seeing that those who are awakening are loaded, their Akashic records are loaded with what are those things like little bombs? What are those? What's the word?
Mines, landmines.
Yeah. You do this. So we remove the landmines. We remove the landmines planted in our Akashic records in all moments.
Remove the landmines planted in our Akashic records in all moments. Remove the landmines planted in our Akashic records.
Landmines, not landlines.
Oh, remove
The
all
landmines.
landmines planted in our Akashic records in all moments. Remove the landmines planted in our Akashic records in all moments. Remove the landmines planted in our Akashic records in all moments. Remove the landmines planted in our Akashic records in all moments.
Nothing?
Oh, yes, I feel it.
Okay, good. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and the landmines implanted in their Akashic records in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and the landmines inserted in their Akashic records in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and the landmines inserted in their Akashic records in our lives. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and the landmines planted in their Akashic records in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and the landmines planted in their Akashic records in all moments. This is good, juicy stuff. So did you know that I'm like right now you're giving me research to go even further with people and to dig out even more? And that's what that's what they were trying to prevent you from doing. Because now I'm going to put these taps out and people are going to do them. And it's going to like break up those energies. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between, wait, do this for yourself. We remove all the thought forms planted in our mental body in all moments.
We remove all the thought forms planted in our mental body at all moments. We remove all thought forms planted in our mental body in all moments. We remove all thought forms planted in our mental body in all moments. We remove all thought forms planted in our mental body in all moments. We remove all thought forms planted in our mental body in all moments.
Something there?
Just a lot of releasing, and I've been feeling a lot of grief.
Do you know what the grief is?
Yes, it's all the time lost.
There is no time and space.
It's just a process I end up feeling.
Okay, so I won't want to get back to that one, but I want to do this for humanity because you're the because you understand that the macrocosm is within you. So when we do these tabs for the macrocosm, we're actually freeing you in your microcosm. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
So we energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and all thoughts planted in their mental body in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and all thought forms planted in their body in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and all thought forms planted in their mental body in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and all thought forms planted in their mental body in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and all thought forms planted in their mental body in all moments. We energetically complete. Okay. We remove we release romanticizing the lower worlds planted in our astral body in all moments.
I have a tough time remembering that one.
Yeah, I don't blame you. We release the romanticizing of the lower worlds planted in our astral body in all moments.
Okay. We release the romanticizing
of the lower worlds.
The lower worlds planted in our astral body in all moments. We release the romanticizing of the lower worlds planted in our astral body in all moments. We release romanticizing of the lower worlds planted in our astral body in all moments. Whew. We release the romanticizing of the lower worlds planted in our astral body in all moments. We release the romanticizing of the lower worlds planted in our astral body in all moments.
We
Okay. that one gets me.
we energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and all of the romanticizing of the lower worlds planted in the body in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and the romanticizing of the lower worlds planted in their astral body in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and the romanticizing of the lower worlds planted in their astral body in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and the romanticizing of the lower worlds planted in their astral body in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and the romanticizing of the lower worlds planted in their astral body in all moments. We remove all pain. We remove all fear responses planted in our physical brain in all moments. Our physical body, actually.
Our physical body, not brain.
Well, brain's part of it, then the body, it could be like in the nervous system, so.
Okay. We remove all fear. I don't have very good lighting. Remove all fear responses planted in our physical body in all moments. Remove all fear responses planted in our physical body in all moments. We remove all fear responses planted in our physical body in all moments. We remove all fear responses planted in our physical body in all moments. We remove all fear responses planted in our physical body in all moments.
Ready?
Yep.
We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and the fear planted in the physical body in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and the fear planted in their physical body in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and the fear planted in their physical body in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and fear planted in their physical body in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and fear implanted in their physical body in all moments. We release being trapped in matter, energy, space, and time in all moments.
We release being trapped in matter, energy, space, and time in all moments. We release being trapped in matter, energy, space, and time in all moments. We release being trapped in matter, energy, space, and time in all moments. We release being trapped in matter, energy, space, and time in all moments. We release being trapped in matter, energy, space, and time in all moments.
We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and being trapped in matter, energy, space, or time. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and being trapped in matter, energy, space, and time. In all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and being trapped in matter, energy, space, and time in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and being trapped in matter, energy, space, and time in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and being trapped in matter, energy, space, and time in all moments. So there is a lot happening in energy. I'm feeling it too. It's just too much. Don't try to grab onto it with the brain. Just watch from afar and just be in awe of it, right? And then, so what you do is instead of trying to like grab it all, you just like watch from fireworks. You don't try to like figure out every spark. You watch from afar, and then any information that you need for the physical will come to you, filter into you. So don't go looking for it. Keep that vantage point from afar. Does that help?
Yes. Yes.
What was your question?
I do have questions because I have a lot that happens on the right side of my brain. And I've talked to other people, and I've been going through a lot of processing over my whole adult life, trying to get clear. But it's physically painful for me. And things are shooting through my, like electric pulses are shooting through.
Right, I understand that. But we're doing the work for that now. So try to let go of it and stuff. For me, when I get those kind of things ignited in my brain, I'm freaking excited. I don't think there's something wrong. I'm thinking, wow, something is lighting up, because the average human only uses a fraction of their brain. And like, wow, if I'm feeling stuff ignite, I'm actually growing brain function for all of humanity.
Yeah, I've always assumed things are clearing. It's just it's physically painful for
Well,
me.
so what? I mean, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but
Oh, I get it.
okay, like you have one of the most aware consciousnesses on the planet, and it's like the human consciousness says, but does it have to hurt my head when I feel it? You see how silly that is?
Yes, I got it when you said that.
You got it? And by the way, I haven't met someone, I mean, I don't go looking for it, but I haven't met someone who's doing the energy work at the level I'm doing it at. So if you go to other people for advice, you go to people who aren't as aware as you are. So it's like,
the one thing that's worked for me, because it is all inner work, it's just a facilitation, is myofascial release. And I found that a couple of years ago, and it's me traversing. It's just, it seems to help to have somebody physically touching me, and that's where the tapping helps me.
Right. Did you know that the myofascial is the energy system of the body? When you study anatomy and physiology, and I figured this out on my own years ago, is that they tell you there's 11 systems of the body, the endocrine system, the heart, the digestive, reproductive, skin, whatever. And it never made sense to me. I go, why is there 11 when the body is based on sacred geometry, which is 12? So I figured out that there was a 12 system, and it was the energy system. So a couple years later, or a couple years ago, scientists have discovered that the fascial is actually not just dead sinew. It's actually live. It's the energy system of the body. So that myofascial releasing is actually tapping right into your energy system of your body.
I've had the most profound progress to date with that.
Okay, we remove all blockages.
That's not with somebody like you that can see. I've come to you because I know you can see into the energy of other people, and this has been very helpful.
You know, you can do it on your own with a tree, don't you?
With a
So
what?
you know how you want to like you're twisted in your arm? What you can do is hang your tree on a branch and let the tree be your facilitator, and just hang down, and you can feel the fascial loosen up on the tree. Same thing as put a leg against the tree or a tree branch and stuff, and let the tree be the facilitator if you don't trust a person.
I'll try that.
Mhm.
I like that. I like that.
We remove all blockages in our fascial system in all moments.
Remove all blockages in our fascial system in all moments. Remove all blockages in our fascial system in all moments. Remove all blockages in our fascial system in all moments. Remove all blockages in our fascial system in all moments. We remove all blockages in our fascial system in all moments.
We unwind all the lower world limitations from our fascial system in all moments.
We unwind all the lower road.
Lower world limitations.
We unwind.
I'll do it for you. We unwind all the lower world limitations from our fascial system in all moments. We unwind all the lower world limitations from our fascial system in all moments. We unwind all the lower world limitations from our fascial system in all moments. We unwind all the lower limitations from our fascial system in all moments. We unwind all the lower limitations from our fascial system in all moments. Now watch. We energetically complete the PB&J. We remove all blockages to transcending in all moments.
We remove all blockages to transcending in all moments. We remove all blockages to transcending in all moments. We remove all blockages to transcending in all moments. We remove all blockages to transcending in all moments. We remove all blockages to transcending in all moments.
We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and all blockages to transcending in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and all blockages to transcending in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and all blockages to transcending in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and all blockages to transcending in all moments. We energetically complete the PB&J protocol between all those awakening and all blockages to transcending in all moments. We are centered and empowered in divine love in all moments.
We are centered and empowered in divine love in all moments. We are centered and empowered in divine love in all moments. We are centered and empowered in divine love in all moments. We are centered and empowered in divine love in all moments. We are centered and empowered in divine love in all moments.
We resonate, emanate, and are interconnected with all life in divine love in all moments.
We resonate, emanate, and are interconnected with all life in divine love in all moments. We resonate, emanate, and are interconnected with all life in divine love in all moments. We resonate, emanate, and are interconnected with all life in divine love in all moments. We resonate, emanate, and are interconnected with all life in divine love in all moments. We resonate, emanate, and are interconnected with all life in divine love in all moments.
Take a deep breath. Did you like your session?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Now, I do have the 5D forum that meets every week. So if you feel like you need to be plugged in so you don't feel like you're alone and isolated, and you want to be, insulated with badass energy, you're welcome to join us on that. You'd really enjoy what we do there.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been looking at it. I wanted to have a one-on-one session first.
Yeah, that's really smart. And because the people who don't have the one-on-one first don't seem to understand. And sometimes when I'm have to be firm when I'm pushing energy out. They take it personally because they don't understand what's really happening. So
Thank you very much, Jen. I appreciate it.
it's a pleasure. It's a real honor to know you. And you said I can put this up, right?
Yes, you may.
And you know what? I'm gonna like write up some of these tabs and put them out on social media to like to to push this along even further, the work you've done. So thank you so much. Do you feel how you just did something for humanity today?
Oh, yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Keep that hope alive, keep that understanding alive, because that love, the spiritual law is love. Love supersedes all other things. Love supersedes fear. So the reason I'm not afraid of any dark energies is because my capacity to love is like a child, like profound. So you'll notice the plushies. So it just keeps me like grounded in that love, that innocent love, and that's the secret sauce. Okay.
I'll have to remember that.
Do you have a
I
plushie?
I understand what you're saying.
Do you have a plushie?
I do.
Okay, good. So talk to your plushie more, and yeah, that's a good way to tap into the nonlinear world. Is through the plushie world. So it's really cool, and you can do that.
Thank you. I will.
All right, awesome. You're awesome. Have a great day.
Thank you, Jen. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, and thanks for watching another one of our videos. All our content is available on social media and streamed in high definition, ad-free on the Jenuine Healing website. If you appreciate the work that we're doing and you love the content we're creating, please consider becoming a Jenuine Healing supporter. Simply follow the link in the description below, select your level of support, and know that your financial contribution is directly helping us continue our profound work in healing all of humanity, one soul at a time. Thanks for your support. Look forward to catching you next time, and bye for now.